Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready to ride the Talcott train? This is another broadcast from Mr. Jack Talcott himself. Sit back, relax for a moment, and he'll be right with you.
Good evening, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Chats with Jack. I'm Jack Talcott. There we go. I'm Jack Talcott. And tonight we're going to discuss my favorite topic, living without fear and without purpose. As we get started tonight, I want to relax. And I want to encourage you to relax as well, because tonight I'm going to present my favorite topic and some stories of me. This is my purpose. I've discovered my purpose. Jack Talcott, and my purpose is to live without fear and to help encourage and inspire you to do the same, to help you discover your purpose for this time, so that together we can come together united to build a future that others haven't imagined, because that's where we're going with the conversations tonight. We're kind of allow yourself to break away from the world around and the world of the past and just share time tonight with us, with me. And we're going to open this panel up for conversations. And the intentions tonight, the intentions are the same. I hope to share some messages through me, through us, on some topics that maybe in your hectic life you haven't considered. Because what is your purpose? What is our time? When is the future? I think it's today. I mean, today, why not? It is a special day. We are here. The purpose of tonight, living without fear, living with purpose. What other way could you live? I know both sides of that story. I used to float through my life. Oh, that was going to be part of my opening. I'm Jack Talcott. I used to say that, and I still do say it very humbly. I'm really not very special. In fact, when I was part of a running group back in the days in Seoul, Korea, I earned the nickname of Just Jack. You know, I never really understood it, but this morning I was considering it, Just Jack, because I just flow and it's like indescribable. There's no way to describe what I do, man. But that is what I've been learning, is how to flow as me. And that's what I'm on here hoping to do, is to share some encouragement for you, that you might, chill out and relax into you and have fun being you as you grow into you, and we discover together what we might accomplish. So for those in the chat here, I see some of the familiar names. Jeff Hates Pigs, Moose, of course, is here with me. Christos, welcome, brother. And for those just tuning in, the link should be pinned in the comments in the chat, feel free to come on up and join the conversation. But where I was going, talking about me, was understanding both sides of this topic, living without a purpose, or at least being unclear on my purpose. Because I'm not a foolish man. I mean, I do think, and frankly, I'm kind of proud of what I've grown into today. I've been developing and studying my own mind, my own emotions, my own feelings, because I know that each of us, in our own ways, we share those things together. And so learning about me, I discovered more about you. And in discovering more of you, those around, I said this earlier or last night, man, there are some inspiring stories being created through humanity. Some of the human stories that people have survived, or the accomplishments that they're doing. Man, when I realized what others were doing, I honestly felt kind of ashamed. And I don't like that feeling of shame, but that's when I realized that's when I was honest. Because the life I'd been proud of in the past, the one that brought me to where I was, where I'm thinking is at the end of my recovery, or at the end of my alcoholism and my addiction. I was kind of proud of myself after getting my act together a little bit, breaking the habits of the old ways. Because I'd already achieved, a beautiful, comfortable home in a lovely, just wonderful neighborhood, in a great town, in a great community, in a great town, in a pretty decently safe part of the nation in the U.S. So it's like, dude, and I had a good government job, the security of benefits, and which, no lie, security of health benefits, and the option to invest and put away for the future was kind of a nice idea. See, the 22 years at the Postal Service, well, the first 18 years, they had that carrot in front of me. I was a good jackass. I was a good mule, I obeyed the bosses and all the rules. I enforced a lot of rules on the customers, because that's what I was paid to do. Well, after my addiction and I started my steps in recovery, and I looked around and really saw where I was. I used to be proud of that. And I used to be proud, but now today I know that I was an arrogant fool. I was prideful. And frankly, I was kind of selfish. I was selfish about many things, but in other ways, I've always been kind of generous too. So the contradictions, I guess, confuse people. Let's not do that, please. Thanks, Moose. I fucking love you. Hey, and here's where I'm at. You're welcome to join at any time, Moose, if you want. But here's where we're at. I can't believe this is my life. And yet it just keeps continuing. The blessings, the growth and the changes, and for those who are new or newly discovering what is happening here with Jack Talcott, the Live Without Fear, and this channel, however you discover. If you're new, please do the subscribe thing and share the opportunity, the education, or the information with those who you think might appreciate it. Because my goal, my intention for these broadcasts or these videos or whatever streams you want it, whatever you want to call it, my purpose and my intention is to share some hope, share some encouragement, some inspiration. Every one of us, we're all on our own paths together. It's so easy to forget that there's other people out there facing similar struggles, facing similar problems, right? There's so many
That's
people
right,
that
brother.
Hey, welcome.
Thank
Did
you.
you have something
Thank
to
you.
add? I didn't. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say the crowd is loving it. The people are enjoying your monologue. I had to come up here. You know, Oftentimes it's seen as an interruption, but I let you go 10 minutes. Um, I wanted to say we have Quantum Epic down here in the chat. I just want to say hi to a couple people out here for you, Jack. Give
Please,
you a second to rest, uh, grab some water
please
if you need.
do.
Um, Thank you. We got Austin Murphy down here. We got Quantum Epic, Goatfoot, Jeff Hates Pigs. Mr. Smith is down there. Mr. Smith, can you come up and tell us something interesting today, if you don't mind? Ben Ja, man, you're a blessing, brother. If you can come up, we'd love that. Um, Queen of Swords, I'm not really familiar with that name. I'm bad with names. We'd love to have you up here too. So if anybody is out there in the crowd, if you're feeling like it, there's something on your heart, your mind, or you just want to share something, funny, like, today is a celebratory day, right?
Hey,
So
that's right.
some people like to have a little fun. Some people like to partake in the herb. It's a beautiful blessing of God. So I invited some friends here. Hopefully they come out and hopefully somebody comes up. All right, Jack, I'm giving it back to you, sir. Take it away.
Thank you, brother. Um, I think where I was the intentions and purpose, sharing some light, encouragement, some lessons I've learned, things that I've found to be helpful. A couple of the notes I made earlier: living without fear, living with purpose. You've got to become comfortable venturing into the unknown, right? Because if you want to experience growth, if you want to experience change, you got to take steps in directions maybe you have not. Maybe you got to make some adjustments from the patterns and the steps you used to do. So making changes brings discomfort. Got just a little bit of echo. You got an echo back there, Smith. While you take care of that, please. Drive safely. Praise God, man. Praise God. So you got to become comfortable venturing into the unknown, right? You got to push past the limits of what you know, what you remember, so you can get into the new ideas, into the imaginations. Brother Unslavvius, welcome.
So where'd the moose slave go? I must have been back further because I was at the part where he was up here. He ran off.
Okay, he's in the back.
I noticed. I could tell. I could see he's at the helm there. All the constant fidgeting and twitching and moving around, and that's his trademark. He's known for that. He's like one of those avant-garde directors who cuts real fast and does close-ups and does the blur.
It helps with all the kids that don't have an attention span. Sorry, Jack.
For those who missed what happened, he was putting both of our heads on an image of a Christed image is what it was. There you go. And move it aside. There you go. So you can see the.
Well, as they say in that one movie,
Paul.
Are you not entertained? And obviously, Paul Enslaved is not entertained. He's not here in this life to be entertained. He's here for rights and freedom. And Jack, if you and I don't stand for rights and freedom, we don't stand with him. So we have to make a choice today. Are we going to unite with the enslaved nation?
Dude. Was that me? Was that coming through?
I don't know. Someone just muted me. I don't know.
Paul, that was me. I was getting a different feed coming through, and if that came through, my apologies. And I apologize for muting and not paying attention to you, Moose, but I had issues on my end. Sorry about that.
Right.
Well,
Talcott, where's all these? Get Moose up here, because we all suspect now that Moose bought subscribers. Because you got 800, yeah, right? You got 800 new subscribers overnight. There's 17 people here. Could you explain?
Paul, I don't try and overthink. I don't try and overguess. I just know that everything is aligning, and that there's been many factors, and so I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just excited.
Moose, you bought the subscribers, right? Just let's come clean here, right? You did some advertising.
I did not. We did advertise. Moose and I talked about that. We paid for advertising for the channel.
Yes, we did some advertising, some Facebook posts, and there's a minds.com, and we've been promoting Jack's new minds.com account. So,
and we're I don't know.
And we had Jesse Hall on, and we had Paul Enslaved on, and we had Freedom Grower on, and we had OTW News on, and we've had almost everybody we can possibly get on the show, because that's how you grow the show. So yes, the 800 subscribers in a day is actually really insane, especially.
Hey, why is everyone blocked? Why is everyone blocked?
I don't know what you're talking about. Did we block everybody?
Oh, man. Jack knows. He just said, oh, yeah, he knows what's going on.
No, I forgot. Someone brought up the fact that...
In there. You're waiting for Moose to want to go back by...
Is that your uncle, Michael? Michael Stino, is that your uncle there? Is that the one who came out of the institution recently? You got to tell him to mute when your aunt's talking to him. He's got Starlink as well. That's why he... Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Again, that's the whole Sino family. That's what they do. We got the Starlink, it blurs out, they drop the phone, and then they run off. Just agents of chaos, the whole lineage.
Well, that wasn't anybody related to me. That was actually
He's gonna say that.
Homestead in Colorado.
No, I know who
she was coming up here to add some feminine energy. Vince was coming up here to add something.
Whoa!
We just got rid of
already. We got already too much feminine energy. We got to balance that out. We don't need more. Come on, that's why I'm here.
I fucking love you, Paul. Man. God,
let's fucking merge right here, right now. Damn it. Let's
do it.
Oh, it feels good.
Feels so good. Oh my God. Moose, you might want to avert your eyes. You might not. I don't know what you're into. But I think we're about to have a heavy, passionate merge here. Right, live on air. Is that your opinion? No, that's a fact. Okay.
Well, you are so fucking... I mean, I don't want to inflate your ego, but...
that's not possible. It's already so inflated. I don't think if you inflate it anymore, it might pop. So
that is true.
It's already at max capacity.
Moose can confirm the accuracy of this, but right before this, I said what I would love to see is Moose learn from you as far as how you do all this shit and... Not shit, how you do all this and the timing and stuff like that. I'd love for him to learn from you and I
And I had the same hopes, Jack, but then I realized that you just have to be an interesting person, and you can't learn that. So,
Dude.
who was that? Oh my god!
Did you just say I'm not interesting?
No, I said him. I said Moose.
Yeah.
You know, you said you wanted him to learn from me, and I said I don't think he can learn how to be interesting. We could try.
The camera off there.
He can learn.
I mean, look at his uncle there. His uncle is still. This is what I mean. It's a whole lineage of people. You see his uncle down there. He's now like a Sasquatch.
Hello, Vince. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Jack. Hey, everyone. How you doing?
We're blessed.
Hey.
Go ahead.
This is my first time up here, so mostly wanted to say hi to Paul because he's my favorite.
Well, that's good to hear, sir. I'm not hated and reviled by everyone quite yet, but you're still.
No, my wife hates you.
There you go. If I've heard that,
but I love you because I know who you are.
Every time it's fuck or fight with these women, but if she gets to know me, we'll go from the fighting side to the fucking side. I want to believe. We'll give it time.
Well, I hope not, because then me and you be mad at each other.
No, I meant that respectfully, right? Not in a competitive way.
Oh, okay. I got you. Anyways, Paul, you're like one of the best guys. I love fucking coming on here because, you know, I've been watching you for over like 2 months now. I don't say a whole lot, but I've been watching you. And you do what you're supposed to be doing. I love Jack because he talks about Christian. I don't agree with Jack, and that's why I came on here, because his Christianity and my Christianity are two different perspectives.
And now, see, here I have Michael Cino's brother, who also I wanted him to learn the art of production and comedy, and this is what he came up with. He got into Mrs. Cino's makeup bag, and he's doing this again. I've seen this. That's why he's laughing. He knows. He'd seen his brother do this bit many times, and I tell him, listen, Marvin Cino, it's not funny, okay? It's just bizarre, the whole makeup bit. Moose, can you get your brother out of here, please? So Moose has got his whole family here today. This is why I can't let him be.
But wait, this is our society today. Like, right? We're supposed to love one another. Holy shit, man. That's challenging. It's fascinating, dude. Holy shit. What is evolving and emerging through humanity on this virtual platform? These wow. Golly geez, I love people, man. People fascinate me.
StreamYard takes the fucking battery so bad.
Oh, but I wanted to also point out another obvious. I found it, Vince, welcome to joining. I find it quite fascinating. You made the efforts to join to share praise to Paul on my platform. So there you go, Paul.
Yeah, so...
Well, I mean, listen, for everyone that says that,
thank
there's
you,
10
Paul.
down
Thank
there,
you for interrupting me.
1 second, sir, please. I'm the loudest voice and most important at this time in my mind. I have a huge ego. 6079 now saying I'm garbage and should be deleted, yet he's here every day watching me, everywhere I go. Go ahead, gentlemen, please. I didn't mean to interrupt Mr. Cino, but I did, so I must have.
All right, so I just got to let you guys know, when you come to Jack's platform, you're supposed to praise Jack. I mean, the reason we're all here, we come together to praise Jack. We're all here to give thanks to Jack. And
I just want to say that made me really uncomfortable when he started praising me in front of Jack, because I know that the reason we come here is to praise Jack. So I was going to say something. I'm glad that you piped up there, Skinny Slave, because we can't have that. Okay, sir? If you want to praise me, you bootlick on my platform. You don't do it here. This is all Jack, all the time, 24/7, 365. Thoughts?
Hi, everybody. This is Homestead. my old man's phone died.
Welcome.
And I want to continue to talk, so I'm letting him take over. And by letting him take over, like, there's no legal bullshit on me. I don't own him, nothing. He just using my phone, okay?
Well, you're roboting real bad on this connection at this time. Let's
Fascinating.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that.
All right,
one.
so for the rest of the evening, if you come up here and your sound is fucked, you're just getting kicked out of the studio. This is 420. This isn't like yesterday. It's not 2 days ago. It's not 3 weeks ago. Not 7 months ago. You guys get this shit. If you can't get it by
this
now,
is 420, people.
it's gone.
This isn't 9/11. You're not going to come here and reduce this broadcast to rubble. Okay?
That's right.
Think ground
That's
zero.
right.
I think that might have been a warning. Welcome, Sean. Good to see you, Peniel. And Smith. Welcome, brother. Brothers.
Yeah, I called somebody earlier when I was driving. They didn't have an issue with it, so I didn't know. I didn't need the stern warning, though. I'm not a child.
You act like one, though, so we might have to treat you like one sometimes, like you're constantly with my name.
Am I the one whining about my dad at 30 years old? I'm not 30 years old whining about my daddy.
You must have mistaken. That wasn't me whining. That was me going off on him like I'd go off on you, and you wouldn't talk to me the way you do here constantly. So just keep your mouth shut. Keep typing. Come up. Keep hating. Keep my dick and name in your mouth and stay in your position, ho.
No, I just come to fuck with you because you're a tool. And you were saying yesterday,
I'm a tool, right? I'm such grateful that I'm being used by God to do God's work. I'm a great fucking tool.
Well, and this is not the place to come and admittedly fuck with people, Mr. Smith. Right? I'm sorry you felt my stern warning, my suggestion, drive safe. I think that's what you were implying. Maybe I misunderstood. But we don't need to be up here attacking each other, man. Today's 420, right?
Yeah, Hitler's birthday, and that's exactly why I want this tyrant to come back here so I can put him in his fucking place.
Hey, Moose, please bring some folks back down. Yeah, I'll bring back. I started that, putting people back.
Go ahead, slave.
Oh, yeah, Cousin It. That fascinated me. I was curious. Heavens to Betsy.
Fascinating. Can we get someone down there for a wellness check, please?
Well,
yeah, I'm gonna call the agency.
Hey, actually, Paul, here, the topic. Part of the topic, living with purpose.
Here's another topic, living with mental illness, huh?
Yo,
am I right? I mean, that might apply to a lot of folks here, 6079, Cousin It, others.
Well,
again, I'm not the one talking about my daddy.
Joe Biden, Donald Trump, it would apply to many of those that we well-known names. They're living in delusions and fantasies.
Whoa, Trump's not living in a fantasy. He was president.
Yeah. People who were asleep at the wheel dreaming placed him by choice into a position of influence, which was that's evidence of the collective insanity, man.
Of Trump?
Yes, Donald Trump, his presidency, and the continuing presidency of Joe Biden, they are evidence of collective insanity in the United States of America.
But they're white people.
You're joking, right?
Don't be so quick to give too much credit, Jack. These are metaversal miscreants.
I never know. I mean, that's the thing. I don't try to guess anymore because people believe the most.
Makes me laugh. I like him. I like you, Jack.
Well,
let's keep going.
Let's talk to 6079 who thinks I'm whining to my daddy. I want to hear more from him.
Yeah. I want
I was just saying, only slaves drink. I saw you drinking out of your aluminum can. They're like a slave. Only slaves drink out of aluminum cans.
Mary Jane. Get into Mary Jane, man.
How about the topic? Does anyone have a purpose? I mean,
Yeah,
Paul's
bud.
pretty clear
Yeah,
in
buddy.
his purpose.
All right.
Relatively
It's fucking
pretty
it's
clear.
420. It's 420, man. We gotta light it up.
Right, and the purpose of this
Definitely have
time, this
a
platform,
purpose.
this
It's
There's only one purpose today. Today's purpose is to get lit as fuck.
Right, the same purpose as every other day. Sit around like 6079, do little to nothing, take your drug of choice, and talk bad about everyone else.
Okay, here's a good topic.
You miscreant with no purpose.
Here's a good topic. I'm currently streaming officially now to 3 channels. So I'm restreaming your stream to.
Here's a good topic.
Psych.
Where did 420 come from?
I'm restreaming the Shaun of Source on Paul's channel, and I'm streaming regular style on Pineal Power, and I'm sharing.
Paul, this is why slavery.
So where did
This is
420 come from?
Holy shit. Your audio's off.
Lit.
Get rid of him, Jack.
Yeah, this is why slavery exists. This is it right here.
Well,
that's what I think Jack was going to say.
I'm curious. I know my purpose. It was described in the description of the video. I'm pretty open and vocal about. I've said it very clearly that the purpose of this is to share conversations, but what purpose brought you guys here? Caveman?
You.
Homestead? Okay, so what is your purpose with me? That's a great question.
I like to have debates with you.
Okay, so do you have anything to offer?
Well, we haven't talked about anything yet.
Why don't you try starting?
Well, because you're in the conversation with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other guys.
Okay, here's your
can't really have a
opportunity.
conversation with me
Here's your
until you finish
opportunity
these
right
conversations
now.
with these other 4, 5, 6, 7 other guys.
Okay, do you want to speak to me privately then?
No. I just want to have fun with you while
Okay,
Paul
for
was
what
talking.
purpose? Oh, you just want to be a disruption?
No, you want me to be a disruption. I
That
like
is
you,
untrue.
Jack, and I want to have a good conversation about Christian
You're the
values.
only one preventing
and
that.
Paul
So what
values.
would you like to discuss? I'm prepared right now. Can we please do as you claim to wish?
Okay.
The floor is yours, Homestead. What did you want to talk to me about? I don't know how to be more clear. Vince?
Well,
You said you had disagreements with what you believe I believe earlier. So was your issue religious in nature? You want to discuss Christianity? I'd love to do that.
Let's go. Okay, let's travel back. So you are a 3 Holy Trinity type person, right? Father, Son, Holy Trinity. Catholic.
I don't know your definitions,
you
but I'll play along.
non-denominational
Does yes move the conversation forward, or does
so
no?
you're not going to answer. Are you
What is your
non-denomination or Catholic?
I praise God. I found my way
Okay,
to
I'll
the
ask you
way
again.
of
Are you a
Christ.
non-denomination or a religious organization? Can you answer that?
I belong with no others. I represent
you
me as
are
I
nothing.
am. What
You
is
are
your
nothing.
point?
You belong to no one.
Okay, is that your point?
No, I'm trying to ask you a simple question. You don't want to answer it because you are a non-believer of Christ.
Is
I
anyone
asked
else
you
witnessing
straight
this?
and forward. Do you?
Well, Moose, no, let's fucking resolve
What
this
religion
nonsense.
are you? Because you say you
Homestead.
are, but you are not.
Homestead, what don't you what would resolve your disagreement? I'm not going to believe what you're saying
Of course you
just
won't.
because you fucking say it, and I suggest you start doing the same with yourself. Stop believing things just because you fucking think them.
He was actually, hold on a second. Yeah. My husband was asking for clarification from where you're coming from with he's listened to a few of the things you've said, but he was merely asking for clarification from where you're coming from in your beliefs. So he's asking whether you're Catholic.
Here, let's do a fun
non-denominational.
game. Let's do a fun game, Jack. Can we ask?
Excuse me, Paul. I was just clarifying for Jack. So,
You're right.
Jack, if
well,
you could
you're
actually...
right. I'm not the one. Hey, Homestead, if you'd be quiet, I'm not the one who's confused.
I'm not trying to disrespect you. Don't respect me.
I understand.
No, just be quiet. Just be quiet.
Just
you
yes,
know, I don't get spoken to that way. So, Jack,
yes, you do. Maybe your husband doesn't talk the way he should to you, but I and Jack will. Be quiet.
No, I don't listen that.
You can listen in the back then.
Bam.
So, what I was experiencing and what we were witnessing together was I was being pressured to restrict myself to a definition for someone else. They want me to conform to their narrow fucking views on who and what I'm sharing. Now, I don't know what the confusion is. I don't know why though that couple believes they need to challenge me and interrogate me.
Well,
but,
Jack, they already admitted indirectly they're living a damn nightmare.
Well,
right?
here's the thing. Amen.
They don't agree with each other. They don't see the same vision. They don't have the same purpose. And you know it's because that woman's angry. She hates me, and she probably really likes you.
Making.
Mostly because one second, you're still yapping. You're still yapping. You're still yapping, lady. This is part of the problem with a lot of these women. They're angry and hateful. They say, I'm angry and hateful. They'll come here for Jack because he talks love, then say they hate me, and then yap over him. Right. Where's the disconnect?
Here, this is the point I'm trying to get to, is to answer the question. What is it that I'm preaching? What is it that I'm saying? Is it a contradiction of the religions? Yes. Okay. Because what I'm saying is you don't fucking need a religion to have a relationship with the Creator. And it's what many others are saying. And if you're honest, that is the way Jesus was teaching. He's just saying, hey, through me, through this way, through the I am that I am showing you to those who were there. He's saying this is the way to God. Please, I'm telling you, my relationship with the all that is, it's quite simple. It is the now. So chill out into the now. It's 420 day, man.
Okay.
We don't need interrogation.
Can I speak? Yeah. Can I speak?
Please do.
Jack, first of all, I want to say, hold on. Paul, that was wrong, but you're still my friend. And Jack, I'm not trying to get you to go against your religion. I only want you to come out and say what you just said. I only wanted to know where you were coming from. Was it a Catholic or a non-denomination? Because they're two different things. Catholic has more traditions. Non-denomination don't. Catholic will have saints and idols and stuff.
Idol worshippers.
Well, hey,
non-Nations won't. That's
let me
why I was
clarify.
asking you, were you
Right.
a Catholic or
Do you
a
want an answer,
non-Nation?
or do you want to keep
Not
talking
that I
and
wanted to
repeating
make
your
fun of
confusion?
you, none of that. I
Okay,
only
do
wanted
you
to
want
know
an
who
answer?
you
The
were.
answer is available when you establish self-control and stop speaking. The answer is right here.
Right,
Jesus.
I understand that.
Do
I
you?
stopped speaking for almost 5 minutes. What about you guys?
I'm sorry, Vince. You got to understand that Jack Talcott knows what he's talking about, and
I do
if you
know
can't
that.
resonate with that, then
Well,
I don't know,
here,
man.
let me
I know
He gets
because
brought up.
frustrated
you guys
easily,
don't
and I
know
think
that I
you're.
was going to be a preacher, and I don't know if he was
Hey,
going to be a preacher. We don't know that.
Vince,
We only
please.
know
Bah,
what's going
Vince,
on screen. But I'm
Vince,
not fighting with you. I'm only
Vince,
trying to understand you.
you're fighting with yourself, and I'm encouraging you to surrender. Okay, surrender to now. So you brought up some questions that I'm trying to answer, right? And you brought up some good things that I've been learning about. You asked if I fall under the Catholic practices. No. And history shows that there have been many deceptions used and probably still continuing based upon the traditions that have been passed down to us. Okay? But
Right.
there's also some value in, thinking of the saints, thinking of divine examples of others. There is value in some of the traditions, but we can't get caught up in the traditions, and we got to get past the fucking names, right? The labels of each other.
Right.
So if
So listen. Okay, so there's what? 8 of you guys for half an hour. You guys been listening to my shit about nothing. And I believe in Jack and I believe in Paul. But for a half an hour, we've been talking about nothing. And you guys still trying to convince me that I need saving, I guess. Thank you, Jesus.
Nobody
Hey,
tried to
Amen,
convince you
brother.
anything.
if you heard that, you should probably pursue that thought. I don't think anyone said anything like that, but
yeah, I don't think anybody said anything
Yeah,
like that
nobody here
either,
is trying
Jack.
to save
So
anybody.
I just want to say thank you to our guests tonight. We got Mr. Unslavious himself, the great. We got Cousin It. We've got Caveman, OTW News, and Mr. Smith up here. And Creating a Homestead was just up here. So thank you for spending your time, your energy, and your participation today. It's very valued. Jack, where do you want to take this panel tonight, brother? Because you said you wanted to keep it kind of early. You have some shit to do tonight. You want to be a doer. You want to get some shit done. So, what do we want to do for the last 30 minutes?
You see, hold on a sec. I would like to intervene real quick, Moose, if you don't mind, Jack. I'd like to say something
please.
because what's happening here is I think that the people that are watching and are doubting what you're saying, Jack, is because they're not familiar with the fact that the Christ consciousness, and they still believe in some dude coming in the cloud on a flying horse with a bunch of angels coming to save their asses. You understand? And they don't understand the real perspective of where you're coming from, and you're coming from the perspective of the Christ consciousness. So you are the reborn Christian, and the Christians that claim to be Christians are actually the ones that are deceived and are the Antichrist, in fact. So you heard it here, and it comes from OTW News. I believe that the Christians of today are the Antichrist. Thank you very much.
It's not just the Christians. It is literally the conditioned ego. What I think history will
The
show is
ego
that the
makes
Bible
people
was
think of Christ.
that in some cases it does. I mean,
It's because
that
there's a
happened on
difference
my
between people believing that man walked the earth and people believing that he didn't, and believed in the allegorical stories and not the literal stories of the Bible. Okay, because the Bible is not a literal book; it is an allegorical book, completely 100%. There's no if what's
Prove it.
about it. It's just allegory.
Prove it.
Prove that.
33 steps
Hey.
of the ladder of Jacob's ladder. 33 steps. It's connected directly to your vertebrae. You have 33 vertebrae in your spinal column. It's also connected to Jack and the Beanstalk, who has 33 leaves. It's all talking about the spinal column and the spinal cord and how that sacred secretion flows through those canals and go up and down the spinal column and the spinal cord and does all that fucking stuff. Feeds your brain with the proper nutrients so you can actually live a
Boy,
longer
this
life.
guy's a real dumbass.
No.
So there you go.
I just think he's drinking the Kool-Aid, though. No one gets to heaven except through the Father.
Well, the heaven is now; it is to be received.
Yeah, and the Father sits and the Father sits at the throne, and the throne is the pineal gland or the optic thalamus. That's where the throne of the soul of man is.
No, he needs a daddy.
Or that's how you
the
interpret
temple
it.
of the
That's
soul
so,
of
that's
man.
so new agey.
You guys
and
just
spiritual.
don't realize and don't understand the allegorical
He
meanings
needs
that
a
are in the
daddy.
Bible.
Hey, Paul needs attention, even though I was trying to talk too. I'm on panel. But he
We're
needs
trying
attention.
to talk and saying nothing that we haven't heard before. You need a daddy.
That no man gets to heaven except through the Father. I think that's a good message for people.
Need a
Okay,
daddy.
the Father
You
is,
explain it.
hey, let's define this. The Father is the truth, right? To know the
He
Father,
is
you
the
must
Lord of
seek
truth.
the truth. What's that?
The Lord.
He's the Lord of truth. Hey, Jack.
Okay.
The Lord.
So stop interrupting truth, right? That's what we can all practice. We can all practice sharing what is true, what is encouraging, what is inspiring with each other. I don't remember who said what, but OTW. OTW speaking the truth, man.
Of course I
About
am, and I know
the
this
Bible
stuff, man.
has
Jesus was crucified at 33 years of age, which is the 33rd vertebrae, which is the colostrum right here. You guys got to go study and do some research, figure it out. You know, I mean, I'm not going to be the theologist here and trying to freaking educate people on the Bible when they obviously these Christians don't even fucking read it.
Santos Bonacci.
I've read
it. That was that's
I've read
a great. That's a great resource I learned from. I can't remember the name you just said. Bonacci. Wizard
yes, a good friend of mine, by the way.
Is he really?
Santos Bonacci.
Yes, I know him personally. I'm friends with
that guy.
Chad
is amazing. If you know him personally,
he shares my content.
He's traveling around the world.
Dude, I would love to. I learned of him and I saw a little bit of his work. I'd love to meet that guy, learn from
next level.
Well, I might get an exclusive. He might be showing up on my show soon. So if you're lucky,
Please.
I'll send you an email and you can show up on that day and come and have a nice little conversation with Mr. Santos Bonacci. Hopefully, he's going to be able to liberate himself soon. He confirmed that he will come, but he's not sure which day yet. So I'm
Who's
still
just
waiting.
talking about crystal oil? Is that what it's called? Crystal oil?
It's called the sacred secretion, the Christ consciousness. There's many different words for it. Kundalini. There's different terms in different cultures about the same story. My videos on my channel, I have a bunch of videos about this topic. I bring it up many times because it is one of the truths that's out there that nobody talks about.
Hey,
could I mention something real quick at some point?
Let me interrupt for just a moment. Moose, do us a favor, please. Will you drop OTW's link in the chat? And that way, for those who are hearing this and want to check this out, subscribe up and pay attention for when it happens. So, thank you, Moose.
Of course, and anybody out there who wants to buy OTW 10,000 subscribers, he said he'll take them all.
There you go.
But I'd rather have donations. I'd rather have money than subscribers. Just saying.
Well, I wanted to simply add that to reinforce what you were saying, the Bible contains many mystical teachings, many hidden messages, and right now, alive today, there are many scholars and many messengers who are sharing what is true. And with that, Freedom Grower, Dick, I saw you show up. Welcome, brother. And Scott.
Howdy, how's it going? Who was it that asked to prove that the Bible was an allegory?
That was me. That was Smith. I'm not going to listen to the New Age bullshit. Go ahead.
You got your King James,
you'll listen to
Constantine,
old
Council of
It's not New Age.
Nicaea approved Bible
It's
in hand.
ancient knowledge that predates
You got
the
your
Bible
Bible
by
in hand,
5,000 years.
sir? You ready to read from the good book?
What a dumbass.
If you actually did any of actual historical research, you would actually know what I'm telling you. And that the letter J 500 years ago wasn't even part of the English alphabet or the French alphabet. They integrated that letter, all right, so to
Yeah,
fashion the
OTW,
Bible
we
to their
appreciate you.
fashion,
I
which
gotta
is
hop in here real quick.
Constantino, and also who
Guys,
else? Yeah,
I gotta
King
hop
James
in
and
here real quick.
Constantino rewrote the Bible, and
I did that.
So
I muted.
thank
yeah.
you. So basically, there's people out there that are trying to join the show. And so if there's a couple people on the panel that you don't want, now would be a good time to kick them out.
Well,
Or I mean, not kick them out, not
it.
throw them out. I'm not saying tyrant to
No.
people. I'm saying, if somebody doesn't have anything to offer and they want to go or whatever, to let
this
someone else come up, just know that.
6079 is pretty much valueless and purposeless,
Well,
so he could go first.
Actually, Cousin It has been more of an interruption and disruption, a distraction. Let's start there. Thank you for bringing that up. If anyone else,
hey Jack,
now
that you're
awesome initiative,
excuse me.
Jack. Very good
Yeah.
to get rid of the disruptive thing there.
Here, go ahead, Scott, please.
Just wondering now that Dick's front and center, what's your problem with the Bible? And I know it's put together by fucking 1,000 people over 1,000 years, but do you think that if God could create you with a tornado-like fucking scenario out of a junkyard, okay? Well, I don't know. You don't think he could put together the Bible by pushing, influencing, maybe creating the hands that implemented it?
No, sir. I love the good book, and I wanted to read from it with you and read Galatians 4:20 if you're available. It's a perfect, timely scripture, if you will, for the day and time that we're in. A little bit of synchronicity, possibly, in this moment.
Go ahead, sir.
With the
please.
blowing up of the rocket. What? I don't.
Go ahead, Freedom, please.
I don't have
really
the.
love to hear
I
this
don't have
verse.
the
Galatians
show clear,
4:20 says, "Tell." I just thought it was ironic because you said "prove it."
Moose.
And I was like,
Please
I know
take the
that
music
because I was
off,
a good
man.
old independent fundamental Baptist at one point. So I know my King James Bible well, sir. And my dogs are getting ready to go out here for a walk, so they're getting all excited. But it says, "Tell me ye that ye desire to be under the law. Do ye not hear the law? For it is written that Abraham had two sons, the one by a bondmaid, the other by a free woman. But he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh, but he of the free woman was by the promise. Which things are an allegory? For these are the two covenants, the one from the Mount Sinai, which gendereth to bondage, which is Agar."
Thank you, Dick,
That means
for
you got
supporting.
the spirit of your mama, that bondwoman that you came from.
It's possible.
Well, I'm not sure where the conversation went, but here's what I do know.
You said that prove it was an allegory, and that just said that everything Abraham and Sarah.
What I was trying to say is humans through religion and government, we have overcomplicated our lives. Okay, the story of the Bible is a beautiful source of information.
Agreed.
And it's one of many sources to go to in order to learn. But the greatest source, it's your time here on Earth.
It's a book to enslave people for those who do not have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Okay? But it'll free you from bondage if you have the eyes to hear, the eyes to see and the ears to hear. So that means that if you understand the book spiritually and non-literally, all right, you'll actually free yourself from bondage.
I really want to know what Paulie thinks this what he thinks this fundamentally is all about. What is the Bible, King James Version? If you want to go to New Testament, I want your opinion.
Wait a minute. So nobody heard that the book itself says that it is an allegory. That's
yeah.
I did.
I heard the exact words you said. I heard the exact words you said.
And it just happens to be 420.
You realize?
Okay.
Well, yeah,
what is an allegory? Hey,
that's a story. It's a story
that's
Jack.
hidden beneath.
That's meant to give you a spiritual meaning.
Thank you. That's what I thought. Okay. So.
Hey, Jack.
Yes.
Like, I'll give you an example of an allegory, Jack, just so you understand real quickly, okay? Snow White and the Seven Dwarves is an allegory for Snow White being you as an individual, okay? And the seven dwarves are the seven chakra. And the whole story is an allegory from the journey from the bottom chakra, the top chakra, to a spiritual ascension. So this is an allegory for the chakras and, the crown. The whole fucking story is embedded in the story of Snow White.
Okay. I know, I get this. But this is why we grew 800 subscribers in 2 days and you didn't, OTW. You're putting the people to sleep out there. We dropped, the numbers dropped like 10, 15 people left when you started talking about God. Maybe we could find a topic that people actually want to hear about today. Like, Talcott, can you take over, man?
Well, thank you. Actually, let's bring all of this back into topic, right? Living without fear, living with a purpose. There's many people, they spend their whole lives, spend days and days arguing over what a book says, what a book means. And thankfully, there are many people like that because they've been sharing what they've learned. And so there's a lot of places to go to in order to learn different perspectives and explanations of what the book means. But what it comes down to, really, simplify it. Pretend Jesus was a man just like us who had a different life, different than yours and different than the lives of people who you know. And he was perfectly raised with all the signs, all the education, all the support he needed throughout his life to accomplish that which he did. And he made the choices, seeing the signs that his end was coming. He prayed for, it's his story. But we all go through these stories. Every one of us is on our own hero's journey. And when we go off in the wilderness on our own, life can get challenging, but it really is better than staying small and a hobbit, right? In the village. My mind drifted to whatever that movie was, but the point of the Bible was to teach us to live with faith that there is a loving creator that somehow designed all of us and all of this. This whole world was created so that we could explore it. We could learn about it. We could discover different things in it, through it, with it. This world was gifted to us. And many of the comforts we all share today, they were gifted to us by the work of people before us or other people at this time. So, living without fear, it's an important trait in the Bible. The thought of God, the belief of God helps many, but the thought of God, the belief of God causes fear in many as well.
Maybe sinners.
Jesus. Well, if we can humble ourselves to the truth, as Jesus was, I am. Okay? Think that thought.
I know that thought. I'm just saying that you're saying that's allegory, so why are you quoting it then? It's whatever. I can jump off the string, but you gave OTW a couple minutes. He rattled off numbers. When I do it, it's like, oh my God, there goes Smith again. Bro, my numbers prove the exact opposite of what he's proving with his. So,
hey, Jack, give him like a 2-minute segment.
Yeah, no,
Let's see what
please.
he has to say.
Right.
What do you have to
Before and
offer
after,
today?
let's
No.
remind everyone once again that it doesn't matter what you think you prove with your number counting, what you're doing in
It
the
doesn't
measurable
matter that you
results.
say that you're not a slave and everyone else is. You don't prove anything. You live in a
Okay,
trailer.
please.
Right.
Don't lose
So
your
keep
point.
going to me living in a trailer when that was a choice because I'm perfectly happy here. You're not.
Well, like you're a
Hey.
life coach, but you haven't made it that far in life, bro.
Stop.
Right. So because I don't have like a mansion
Both
and
of
a
you.
yacht, I haven't succeeded on any level in my life and whatever I do. Right. A great attitude
I'm really
from a
done with the first
supposed
book, but you
spiritual
do-
being
you
who sounds like a worldly slave.
Stop, please. Please stop. Okay,
I'm
we're
happier
gonna
than ever, living within my means, debt free, and
yes.
being able to do whatever I want whenever I want. You're a dumb slave.
Absolutely. It is. Hey, we are blessed. We're all blessed together. Now, let's not jump into other. Please share, Mr. Smith. The floor is yours. Share what you wanted to say. You're muted, though. Hold on just a moment.
He's triggered.
Unless you
He's
can.
freaking out.
I know.
Count numbers. Cool down and count some numbers, kid. He's going to prove the whole world with numbers now. He's going to prove how the whole world works with numbers.
Are you ready?
Oh my God. Listen, this is what you do here now, Jack.
Fucking roll with it. It's 420, man. Why not?
This is what you do. All right.
Hey, thanks for breaking the mood. Smith, you cool? You want to share something? I tried unmuting you, but hold on. I don't know how to unmute you. Oh, now what? Okay. Smith, you're muted. And I'm trying to mute video. Holy
it's
shit.
rapidly degenerating,
Hey,
Jack.
It really is. It really is. Moose, this is a sign.
This is a
This
sign.
is a sign, okay?
You're right. It
You're
is on the 1
insane.
hour mark.
This is a sign that you're both insane. It's good
No.
that Jack's seeing it.
There's alternative plans in my evening, and we agreed we're going to roll with the flow. And as this is deteriorating to me, that's a sign the spirit wants me to move on to the other opportunities.
Yeah, man.
So-
I think it'll be more fruitful. These guys are just fucking around. They don't take you seriously. They don't take what we're doing seriously. So
Wait,
we'll
so
have to
you
come
just-
back and
you
see
just
if they
put a
do
Simpsons-
tomorrow.
Yes, not
You just put
not
a
to
Simpsons
include
cartoon
all.
up and put dance music off with alarms, and we're not taking Jack seriously. Right. Because
Hey,
the master of sin is
We
back.
talked about
Oh,
it before the
stop.
stream. He said if shit gets crazy, do something to break it up. He
Yes.
said it's 420, have a little bit of fun today. And so
Yeah.
I was trying to do that. But everybody's a goddamn critic.
In all
Everyone's
fucking
and-
fairness, what's more fun than Paulie?
Well, you're right. Paul's a lot of fun, but not with the bickering.
When you're getting
and-
yelled at all the time for being a dumb slave, how's that fun?
Well, stop being a dumb
Stupid
slave
slave.
then, and we won't have that problem.
Can you
Well,
come up with a new
that's
word for
slave.
slave? New word
Well,
for slave.
Chimpanzee,
Anything?
that's my other one, a dumb chimpanzee.
Pansy.
Stop acting
Dumb-
like
oh,
one of them
how about
is
not
dumb.
chimpanzee, not slave? How about just fucking pansies? You bunch of pansy asses.
Right, right.
Well,
That's
on
fair.
top of that, hey, Scott, on top of this, I've got Mr. Smith here criticizing me and Paul and OTW, and it's
What's
like,
Smith's problem? Why? Smith, you got to
Because
fucking
he's a
back
hater.
up.
He
Well-
hates his life, and that's all he has is to hate on others.
this is the thing.
Smith, walk it back. Bring Smith up and let's ask him where the fuck he's coming from, where he's going, and why he's there.
That's where the interruption came from, was to give Smith the opportunity to say what he wanted.
He evidently
bring it
doesn't
back
have
in,
anything to
and
say.
That's what it appeared.
Peaceful silence is an evident. Well, let's go back to allegory. Fuck, let's talk about something else. The Wizard of Oz is a fucking federal bank allegory. We're sitting here. Smith, are you back? No, he's gone.
No.
Bring somebody else up if there's anybody in back. But Paulie, is the fucking riot, Paulie, and not for nothing. I won't say that Paulie made you, because if he doesn't wipe your ass, he ain't making nothing. But if he's leading people to you, then you should appreciate it, because he's going to draw more people to him for a number of reasons. Good, bad, or indifferent. Good press, bad press. Any fucking press is good press. So
Hey,
Paulie's mastered.
Scott, you're preaching to the choir with the choir, man. Okay.
Well,
Yeah, we know that this train is moving. It's been steaming, man. You're kind of like 7 months late, a year or two late.
I get that.
Like, you should
This
have been
doesn't-
managing us before the fallout, not like after
I
the
know.
fallout.
Yeah, but Moose, why do you keep cutting Paulie off? Because that now, Paulie,
Well,
in all fairness, this
Scott-
is a deeper platform, but
Right. Hey, Scott, that's the precise reason. I mean, this platform, this channel is growing in great part and influence due to Paul Enslaved, and proper instruction motivates people.
you're gonna end up with the viral moment on your fucking channel if you just stop cutting this fucking asshole off.
Well, Scott,
And I'm
here's
not
the
meaning to call you an asshole, but I'm just saying, you guys want the fucking meat and potatoes. You better let it happen organically and stop fucking around, or you're gonna miss it.
Scott, for the love of Pete, I agree.
Yeah, put him down. Put him down, Jack. Let me handle this. Let me handle this, right? You're not going to embarrass me and Jack here. This place, again, we got to tell this guy like we told the last guy.
He's not
This is about Jack. No, this place is about Jack.
Out here.
This isn't about creating good content here. This is about venerating Jack. Now, let's get back to the topic. Go ahead, Jack.
Okay, fair enough.
Scott, in part, what Paul said is partial truth. It is partly more about me over here, right? I got introduced and
you'll never make it to the United Nations then.
Say again?
No offense. I said then the chances of you making it to the United Nations on a fucking Goodwill Ambassador trip is going to be slim to none, because you're not trying to make that moment that it happened.
Hey, Scott.
I don't.
Scott, here's what you're missing, all right? If when given the opportunity, maybe I don't have the flair and the timing and the entertainment of Paul, but I do have some wisdom to offer. And I actually do offer quite a bit on my own, with or without the participation of Paul and others. So respectfully, Scott, I love you, and I love what I've seen.
He wants to work
don't
with you,
know
Scott,
everything,
but
do
you got to
you?
understand, Jack is the goddamn man. That's why we're here. That's why we're in his fucking
Hey, if we're
channel
swapping
right now.
spit in the shower, I'm on fucking top. Just all I'm going to say.
See, that's why I love you. You got a funny sense of humor, man. You roll.
So not for nothing. Hey, Talk On, it's your fucking show. You can write it whichever way you want. I don't have to be here. I don't, necessarily. It probably shouldn't be here.
But the way to go viral is to let this shit just flow. No censorship.
Well, yeah, and everybody's got to kind of get along for that. If you do piss each other off, just remember it's here, and then go back about your life. Don't But I'm telling you, I was drawn to Paulie because he's a version of several people out there that I know in the past that have made it, and some people current, and has a.
All right, Scott, hold on. I could sum it up for you in like 3 words. Basically, you either need a daddy or you want to fuck him. And I'm not sure which one, but
Paulie's coming over. I want to see if he can mount me, but I'm pretty fucking big. I'm like a fucking mountain, so I think he's going to get in trouble. I mean, it's like if I turn this around on him quick, oh shit, I hope he has a weapon.
So you're the grounder, and then Paul
think I
would
can
be
get
the
it
pounder there. I see.
What?
Hey,
Paulie's been there. He knows what I'm talking about. If you end
Paul
up in the
does
wrong
just like Jesus did. He or his disciples. He goes from panel to panel speaking the word of God. That's as simple as it gets.
well,
Paul's done like
hey,
Bob
Scott.
Saget and sucked dick for coke.
Hey, Scott, I don't have the same
You got a
background.
hater
or
down there,
experience.
Jack. Do you notice how that hater keeps piping up, telling me about sucking dick and everything? His imagination and fantasies are getting away from him again. No, sir, I haven't sucked dick. So.
Are your knees dirty down there?
The truth will be revealed to many when it's
$20
time.
is $20.
But,
doesn't he have to get back to work? He works 80 hours a week to
trying-
pay the slave tax and live in a hovel. Doesn't he have to get back to work, this
Paul,
guy?
Hey, Paul, hold on just a moment. Golly, jeez, man. Scott, what I was trying to say to you,
a house bed.
what in the fuck is the problem with each and every one of you? What in the fuck is your problem?
Jack, you're not fucking tough. You're a bitch. You're a fucking bitch.
Wow.
You can, hey, Moose, he can stay gone for the rest of the evening.
Hey, Jack, that wasn't your tough act, was it? You weren't trying to be tough there, were you?
I got it, Jack.
No, I was pointing out the facts. And since the facts affected him, he got triggered and felt he had to flap his fucking gums again. But that's all he's been doing up here. Just flapping his gums, throwing insults and accusations at Paul, and then me, and then Paul, and then I'm sure it was others. So
a lot of times when somebody doesn't understand something, then they'll fucking retort like that because they're just miffed or they're fucking disenfranchised. Well, he's probably a little of both, and no offense to him. I hope he catches up, but either catch up, catch on, or, well, fucking stay where the hell you are.
See, the best part
this
about
is the fucking man with the plan right here, Jack. Sorry, Mr. Enslavius.
Talk, Paulie. Paulie, I'm here for you, brother. One twitch. Hey, I'm here for you too, but I was looking for Paulie earlier, and he was over here.
God, for the love of God, I've just been trying to say one thing.
Hey, use your words.
Well, this is the thing. People, I can't control what people allow me to offer. But what I was trying to say to you, Scott, is I haven't had the same background as you with the same celebrity contact and stuff like that. But I see the stardom. I see this stardom that you're describing. Okay.
I was trying to remember because I wasn't watching. I was listening while I was working, but you're the 2 Live Crew guy. It sounds like the same.
I'm nobody. Dude. I'm nobody. You're the sum of everything you have right now, right here.
I'm just basing it.
I'm not trying to mark up to anybody. I thought I could share a dynamic that would put a common denominator down on the floor.
Have you ever met Tony Robbins?
I have.
Sweet. Look, see, all you got to do is ask sometimes, Jack. Ask and you shall receive.
Daddy.
No, I don't have a connection to Tony, but I met him, his wife. I met his manager. A girlfriend of mine was working with them. She was actually permanent makeup esthetician, skincare girl, and was taking care of the girls on the staff. Those girls were made up. This is a production. Fucking
so Jack has huge aspirations to meet up with Tony. Is that something you think?
Paid $5 grand to go to one of his shows, or try and catch him over in fucking Fiji at his island. I mean, you got.
I hope to. I hope one day Tony will invite me.
He's a super nice guy. He has a place in Florida. He has a place, a couple different places.
Yeah, I might actually, instead of doing all that, I might just jump head first off the top of this trailer. You know, that's another option.
Paulie, you know. Just keep being you. I don't think you should change, but there has to be a moment when you come into a room that you don't suck all the air out of it, period. Because if you want to come into the rooms that I've been in the past, and I hope to
I don't want to go into those rooms. That's where I think we're like.
Then you'll stay right where you are. I mean, the fucking
I'm fine with that, man. I'm great. I'm great with
bright for you. It looks bright. I hope that everything fucking that you want comes your way. I mean, look. I don't have any egg in this. I don't have any fucking stake in this. I was just looking to tell you what I would do if I were you. And bottom line, everything you need is right there in front of you. You have it all.
I don't want to be in a room with a bunch of monetarily successful, but still.
It's not about that. It's not about being a monetary.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested.
I wouldn't even take you to that type of room.
I'd rather
honestly.
be in the trailer at the trailer park with all the real Americans.
Well,
In the
why
room
don't
with
you
all
pay
the pet,
attention?
comfortable.
Why don't you pay
You say you
attention? I
came for
told
me, and
you.
every time I go to talk, everyone keeps talking over me. So I don't know how that works.
Well, because you're
Is that
saying
how it goes
bullshit.
in
It
these
sounds
rooms
really
that you're from? That Tony
stupid.
Robbins.
This is how they fuck your
You
stream
think
up because you're
Lord?
gaining traction, and now they come here and fuck it up because
It's
nobody
just
gives a
full of
shit
All right,
about
I'll
you,
go then.
Jack.
I'll go. You can put me down. Put me down. I don't want to fuck
Not
with the
you,
traction.
Pop Pop. It's not you. You're the
Me?
attraction, baby. I don't know who we're talking
What did
about
I
here.
do, Moose?
I
So
don't
you're just
know.
making
I
shit
don't
up
think
again
I'm
to
talking
piss
about you,
Jack
Frida.
off.
I allowed
Polly,
my
Throwing
can
me
I,
right
can I
under the
take a
bus.
thought?
Hold on.
Bodies in the
I'll-
wake of Moose's production. All right.
Here,
I'll
I
just
allowed myself to drift, and the chaos just was in the background. I didn't pay close attention. But hey, we're here living with purpose. This is part of my purpose. Okay,
Can I
this
share a quick
time,
thought?
please.
No.
Purpose. Purpose.
Just
Don't
blame it
mean to
on
interrupt you,
OTW,
but
guys.
My thought with Paulie to begin with was he had the content, he has the personality, he has the ability to do things. Somebody that has a few ideas might be able to open a door or two for him. He says, I want to stay in the trailer, then nobody's going to be able to open that door. My only suggestion was get to film festivals, not where anybody's going to give you a fucking thing to do anything. You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to go talk to people, get them to like you, and find your way to a fucking distributor or a buyer. All right, somebody's going to take your ass, and if you don't want, look, you can make your decision of whether you want money, you want a goat, you want a fucking Ferrari. You don't have to take money. Listen, these people. All right, well, it's not the gatekeepers of the world that you're looking for. It's what? I mean, Jack has a different idea. I think you guys are channeling or on parallel paths a little bit. So what is it you're looking for? I don't know. I'm not looking to help you on this at
There we
all.
go, Jack. Let's give it to him in tandem. Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound.
Saved us all. I'm not
saying
I was
infidel.
Now I'm found. And now I see.
Wait.
I'm not looking for nothing, motherfucker. You're still lost and looking. I'm found, bitch.
What?
I enjoy living my life with purpose. I enjoy trying to move something forward. I have a lot of problems. I don't think you have any idea how many problems I have. I'm not suggesting I have any answers or I can lead you. I'm not a leader. I just know that I've done some things and I've seen people do a lot of other things. And success leaves clues.
Hey, Scott and Paul, can I help try to communicate?
Can we play Bust a Nut first? Did you know this guy wrote Bust a Nut? Let's play that.
I didn't write it at all. Biggie Smalls wrote that.
What was the connection? I missed some of that. I know you had a connection to Luke.
I've had a couple different studios over the years, and we were down in, well, actually my crew of musicians, production team that I worked with was down working on Lorenzo's album for Luther Campbell, Uncle Luke at Pack Jams. This is nobody you would know. It's a hip hop little black kid. And then while they were in there doing that, a spit tape from Christopher Wallace, Biggie Smalls, which if you go, it's a Tupac or is it Biggie? Is it Tupac or is it Biggie? People ask, who do you like most? Well,
are you familiar with the Fudge Packing Conference where
I'm sure you are. Have you been down there all the way on your knees?
I'm saying that there's a festival that
YouTube
brother put on, and he did a spit swallow take. It's a little bit.
Hey, there was a bunch of crazy shit. I'm familiar with Pack Jams, which is attached to the studio. I've been in there a couple times, and unbelievable club.
You were on a story though. Please come back. Where you
So had studios worked. Just worked with Luke. That came in, and my boys put the track to it. It's been cut up and sampled through club songs for God. You couldn't find the original unless you go back to the album. Never Forget From Whence You Came. It's pretty hard to find that original track, which sucked. The guy's got a spit tape, put the music to it. Biggie never came back and actually did the track over it. So it was released as good as it could be. Never, as far as I remember, it could have been a lot better.
Now, let me ask you a question, sir. How long did you study this man's release?
You studied the release right now. I hear you're still into that book.
Dude, you
So
two
when you get
actually
the
have
discharge, let me know if it comes over you.
Right, the DD-214. I'll look for that.
Holy shit. Paul, you two actually have some timing and chemistry together. Holy shit.
Well, I don't think he knows what timing's about.
No, well, bullshit.
He's actually pretty good on it. He's pretty good on it.
Yes.
I was hoping he'd come up with something.
Yeah, Scott's a quick draw. I could see that.
But no,
his silence was even better.
The reason he's not dropping gold right now is because you guys won't shut the fuck up.
Right.
It's like I'm like the ringleader of a goddamn circus.
Moose, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I mean, Scott's been talking for an hour, man. Are you serious? Look at fucking Freedom's about to die there in front of the camera. Fuck, boredom.
Hold on, Moose. It kind of is, and I don't know if Dick is suffering or not, but I'm enjoying this enough that I don't care. I don't care about.
Dick's up in the corner suffering right now. Jack Talcott's about to get his Hollywood fucking Netflix deal. How to live in a house for free. We got Paul Enslaved over there. How to yell at people from the trailer and still still have a good purpose and meaning in life, and then Moose, the world's worst producer. Fucking guy can't get internet to save his life.
Trailer. So guys, keep the trailer.
No, it's not about the trailer.
I would love
it's
to
about,
have that trailer.
It's about
honestly.
every single one of you on the panel are intimidated by this guy. We're all intimidated, right?
Thank you, man. I just can't.
Go ahead, Slavey.
That's Starling, man. The Starling. I had 5 fairly attractive women last night say they would all choose to fuck me and share me rather than be with one of these slave bozos all day, every day. Let's not forget that.
Name?
Right.
No comment.
5 of them. I had a girl on the phone that tuned
in.
In
it's easy when you pay them, brother. It's easy. It's easy for them to watch you more.
Obviously, I'm not paying them. I live
you passed the 3-second law there, Moose. You were too late for the comeback there. Sorry, bro.
I had to run back for my phone. My bad.
Here, something else though. What Scott was describing, man, kind of just spontaneous, crazy events in life. They unfurl and reveal some amazing things. And I think I heard you share that message the other day that the point is, even if it's imperfect, move forward, right? Was that the connection you brought up with that?
The point is you're not here to hurt anybody. If you are, then you're here for the wrong reasons. All right. And I think Paul kind of knows that, but at the same time, it tracks an element that everybody's trying to hurt everybody. 609, whatever his name, Smith over here. I mean, once you get that, and Paul, I'm all about the hazing effect and getting to know somebody, especially the way I came at you. But I'm literally throwing like one of the oldest connections that I have on the board that I haven't dealt with in years. I mean, Luke is nothing compared to the 28 years after that.
Oh, what the fuck, man? Are you going to get this fucking Uncle Luke guy on here? You just going to keep talking about him. Get him on.
I haven't talked to him in 28 years. I mean, I just said that.
Well, I mean, you don't even know this guy. This is some guy you met one day, and you've been using his name ever since.
I brought it up because of the First Amendment. You can't remember that? I mean, the guy that took the fuck. He brought it to the fucking Supreme Court. This black brother, he ran up against the justices and said, I'll say whatever I want on my albums because the First Amendment says I can. And they
that's part of the problem, sir. See, we don't align. I look forward to the old days where the African Americans were kept in line and wouldn't speak to a white man that way. See, they're a little too uppity nowadays.
I give up. You're Archie Bunker reincarnated. Fuck me. There's no help. We just got to get you an old shitty chair and
sorry, Ben, I'll pass on the fucking you part, though.
Oh, yeah, well, you know what? It's going to be hard. You couldn't get a 10-penny nail up my ass with a sledgehammer.
Hey, Scott, hold on, man. I forgot about that part of the story, too. I mean, that really was something. When NWA came out, and there was a few other artists, too, that were just fucking attacked with censorship, and there was some what I thought at the time, unlikely people coming forward and standing up, spending time with the courts and standing up for freedom of speech, the artist industry. I mean, or the artists within the music industry actually standing up for rights and freedoms of others. I think that's what Scott's saying with that connection with Luke. That's pretty cool, man. And that's the
But
point. Go ahead.
The whole point behind it was I know that Paulie was standing up for himself. So I've stood up for myself, have evidence of it. I'm in the middle of it right now. I'm communicating, via email with the state's attorney, assistant state attorney, and a lot of times they won't talk to you at all. But when you step to them, then I have a district judge that's told her you're going to talk to them, or they're going to move it up further somehow, I guess. So I'll see what happens. It's a suck situation because we are slaves, Paul. Trying to free them is my idea. I don't have any grand idea that I'm the one that can do it. I'm not even, sure I know where to begin. Fuck, this is
Scott.
Yeah,
Scott, you're in the perfect place because I'm foolish enough to believe that we can change it, that we can totally.
You know why? Your fellow man is corrupt, brother. Okay, and it's on such a level. It's on such a level that it's unfettered, it's unbelievable, and it's ubiquitous. Okay, now here's the problem. It's contract after contract. So every time you cross a line, a state line, a municipal line, everything, it's a new contract. They can't even cross the contract. So if you don't know what you're getting into, it's almost sometimes impossible to get out of it. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're Paulie Unslaved going to tell him everything in the book and try and talk your way out of it. He's smart to say, I'm not going to stand up against him because that's the fucking last thing you want to do. These are trigger happy fucking, people these days. And if you don't realize that, it's a fucking mistake walking out the front door today, right now.
Well, brother,
where you are.
Here. The first casualty of war is truth. The rest are mostly civilians.
You have breasts? I'm sorry.
I'm tired of learning of civilians dying. And I see that many people are dying, not only in foreign lands, but within the lands that we share because of corruption, what you just said. Man has been corrupted by corrupted systems that have been passed down generation after generation.
Money's the root. Money is what's corrupted man. Money. Banks, all wars, bankers.
Amen. That's the point. I learned this recently. It's just pointed out. It's obvious. The Bar Association was apparently formed to protect the government. The government is formed to protect the bankers. And it's all a bunch of lies. People are literally dying for money, fiat currency, and it's debt.
Let me ask you what you would propose as an alternative, okay? And now hear me out for a second, because there's some people out there that now, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, no matter how much you try, you're not going to be able to help them figure things out where they can manage themselves. They're violent, they're unfucking chained, and we have to have a society that keeps that in check. Now, the society that we built that is called the law enforcement society and the government body has run amok. I mean, the last thing that we need is large government, bigger government. We need less. Last thing we need is 86,000 new IRS agents. What we need is a constitutional convention. We need to go back to a real motherfucking constitutional convention where we, the people, run this shit show, because if we get gold and silver back, it's the land of milk and honey.
Well, I believe we can move past depleting our planet for gold and silver as well.
It's already here.
Well, here, the way we reduce government and censorship and oppression is by citizens learning to govern themselves. treating each other as though we care about
I agree with that.
what's happening with each other. It
Okay,
really is that simple.
Paulie, field that one, because I got my opinion on that, but I don't want to be hogging all the air.
Well,
What is that now?
How does he said citizens need to learn to govern themselves, and you're fucking.
Yeah, don't mind me. I don't have an opinion that matters.
Oh,
I'm
well,
sure
no,
I have anything to say.
well, you spoke up, but then you stopped, so I didn't know if you had more to say. Dick, come on, make like a Mayflower, come across, big guy.
Please.
So you think you're going to tie it to some kind of cryptography, or are you going to tie it to you just need a dollar representative to be in sound weights and measures? Is that what you're getting at?
They already have other countries that are going to dollars that they've figured out how to put a film on the fiat currency looking dollars, so it's paper, but it's not paper. It actually has gold and silver put right into the paper, so they can use smaller.
That's wild. Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah,
that.
and so you don't have an issue there. We just have to fucking make sure that the assholes that are putting the gold into the paper aren't fucking steal it, and the people that are passing the paper around aren't, so it'll be weights and measures on the end of this.
Well, but here's the thing. Money has been used as a distraction. It breaks the connection between those who produce the goods, those who consume the goods. It's kept us completely separated and divided, not only in that way, but wealth has always been the divider between us. It was never gender or race.
There's no way to get around. One guy's going to go out and plow the fields and fucking grow a bunch of corn.
Hold on, Scott. There is ways. All we have to do, here's where we're at. The deceived raise the confused. The confused adults today that have never overcome their unhealed childhood trauma. The confused today have been imposing misery and suffering on everyone through the elections, through the governance, through the paid oppression and censorship, right? So it's up to us. We've got to learn to govern ourselves individually, right? As free, honest, honorable men and women of integrity whose word is worth more than fucking money. And so if we're honest about what we can do, when we come together, we can produce abundances between what nature offers and what we can do. We can embrace the world of abundance that actually exists and start sharing it instead
Lo,
of
the horn of plenty is bursting at the seams. The harvest of the world will be our prize. I claim to know the answers. The secrets have been found, but how could one fool make another wise? Nothing's different than it used to be to live and die. That's just the mystery. We take it all and give nothing back, and then we consume it all until we lack. Because no one's together, no one's touching ground. Look at each other. It's chaos all around. Same situation. Nothing's really new. No one's together. It's me and you. Now,
well, that's why if you have a farm that produces food, if you have connections with like-minded neighbors, where you have defensible space, you have the ability to get clean water, regardless of electricity or not. You just have watershed or even, shallow wells. When you have these type of skills that go along with owning land like that and maybe handling animals, horses, and livestock, you're just a skilled, resourceful fabricator that can deal with a multitude of different problems and situations that you'll face. And so the sooner you get into that mindset, that type of lifestyle, the quicker you realize how much you have to learn, but how much there are old timers that have been doing it for quite a while that are glad to lend a hand and, help impart some of their knowledge to you. As a matter of fact, they love seeing a young whippersnapper, which it's amazing you think I'm a young whippersnapper, but that's in some cases what I am when I'm coming in there asking questions or whatever. And you wonder what happens with some of these farms. It's with the way everything's set up, they're all going to be bought out by this BlackRock. So if you get one, somehow you're going to have to fight tooth and nail to keep it, because of course they want to get people off their land.
They're going to have
you
to
always got that element too. You're going to have to contend with.
Damn. They're going to have to kill these corporations for real.
Not they, we. We are here. We can. We're going to unite. I've been saying this a lot, and eventually people will start accepting the idea. We're going to unite together as community, and the community through collective ideas, collective connections, collected efforts. We're going to confront and overcome the divisions of authority and wealth that kept everyone apart in the past. I'm confident we can. And I'm confident that, you know what? This is our lifetime. What you just shared with us, Scott, the patterns of time.
Gary Live Green from Kansas. That's his song.
Well, the patterns of time will continue individually in our lives. We'll keep recreating the same relationships, the same problems, the same headaches. We'll keep recreating these things in our lives until we identify the problem and we say, nope, no more. And then we change. And I think that's what I did individually in my life. And the method of my life has always been starting over from where you're at with nothing, with what you've got, just move forward. And, you know, we're all here to share ourselves, our love, our hope, and our forgiveness with each other. That's what I'm learning more about. Forgiveness feels good, love feels better, and we feel love through gratitude. I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for all of you here now and those who tune in the future. Please do the subscribe thing and let's build something. I seriously think if we use our connections and if we connect the right ideas and the right people, the world will transform. We can share connections and resources to make this happen some way. Because this is our lifetime to try, right? I wasted over 40 years fucking obeying this society.
Can I be candid? I sent Paulie a fucking a video, and I don't know anything about what's going on behind the scenes. I can tell you that I think this system is so corrupt that it's out of sight, out of mind. People are doing things behind the scenes that you and I don't know. If they show you the right hand, wonder what the left hand, the right leg, the left leg, wonder what they're able to tie fucking to their ponytail. Stuff's going on. I sent him a video of things they're saying that are tied to Pizzagate and Jeffrey Epstein's island down there, and the host of people, they're saying they have videos of it. If Paulie has that, he should run that to show. This list looks like it's getting big, and well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say anything, but if this is what our country's come to, I wonder how the rest of the world's really looking at us, because what the fuck?
Exactly. The rest of the world has been looking at the U.S., I think, for a long time saying, what in the fuck? What the fuck is going on? And you know what? Hey, Scott, what you said, I don't even need to see it to believe I understand what you're talking about. And the fact is, we're living through a time like no others. We've got the connections and ability to communicate and for information to be shared. And the darkness is coming to surface.
They're going to shut this down. They're going to shut the whole system down. You're going to have a fucking dark days. I've heard people talking about this coming sooner than later, too.
Well, Scott, I'm going to use this fear you're bringing as
I don't believe
value. We need to do something. Hey, we have the opportunity to do something to interrupt the plans that people are sharing what's going on. For those who don't know, it's time to start open your eyes and asking questions. If you don't know what I'm talking about,
you're going to catch a strike.
Well, You know what? I speak the truth and I stand strong in the truth that I know, and I accept the
Do you know what
consequences.
voice of God technology is?
I know I've heard of it, yes.
Okay, you know what Chat GBT is, right? So it's
Yeah.
AI, right? You know what AGI is?
Yes, I think so. That's the new graphics AI where they can put a different face
No,
on.
all the AI people are trying to run together to see who can get to artificial God intelligence first.
Oh, well, here, this is part of the point too. There are so many signs. We need to friggin' change. We need oversight in the advancements of this AI stuff and the technologies that are there. We need the technologies that have been hidden by those who have wealth and freaking lawyers. Those technologies that can help heal need to be shared. And it's time for people, humans, to stop being ignorant. I mean, we've got there's so much knowledge that's been gathered throughout the centuries regarding what is true, and we're living in a world and a time of lies.
Voice of God technology, if you want to know a little bit about it, they had it back in the first Gulf War. Okay. If you wonder how we walked into Iraq and took Saddam Hussein's fucking royal guard apart, it was because they were able to speak into their inner earlobe, into their brain as if they were right there. Well, what was that but 5G millimeter technology?
Well, this is it. Humans have reached advancements in understanding using technologies that have been used. Well, look at the atomic bomb. I mean, Christ, throughout history, every advancement has been corrupted and used for harms. Well, we live in the satanic realm, right? That's what we were warned of. We've been warned that there's dark energies and forces that want to tempt us, want to distract us and keep us from growing and becoming who we are. Brings us back on point.
What was David Berkowitz saying when he got arrested? Who was telling him to do what he did? The Boston Strangler?
Right.
Who was telling him what to do? Who was telling him? The neighbor's dog?
Well, here's something else.
The dog said he was God.
Well, this is the thing though. Part of human development is learning which voices to pay attention to and which ones to ignore. Okay, think about that within and outside. We got to learn what to ignore and what to pay attention to. It's part of, I shared that earlier on Facebook recently. It's the definition of wisdom. Knowing what to ignore so you can know what is true. And what is true, brothers and sisters, is that we are. We are the saviors that we've been praying for. We're the ones that
Somebody in
everyone's
your
waiting
chat
for.
saying that wasn't used as his friend see Saddam's palace and whatnot. That you're talking about, what was it? Desert. It was Desert Storm. Was the first one with Schwarzkopf is where I'm talking about them using that. The second one was Desert Freedom, and no, that was completely different setup. It's when they went into the Royal Guard, the guys were walking straight up to the Americans with their guns over their heads, going, "Oh, praise Allah, we give up, we're sorry here," and setting down their guns. They were taking big mobile gas units forward, and the empty Chinooks, they had to bring prisoners back. That's how we went into Iraq and into Kuwait. Just taking willing prisoners that were walking in and saying, "Please take us, make us free."
I'm slow to the take, and I don't mean to interrupt, but did Paul say goodbye or did he get offended or anything? I don't think so. He just flipped out, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Jack.
No idea.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah, brother.
I came on to ask you just a quick question. I was wondering why I was randomly put on timeout for 5 minutes for no reason by Moose.
I don't know.
Nobody does. He never answers
Well,
questions like that.
okay, Moose, if he's
Hey Moose.
available.
Hey Moose. Why is he hiding? Hey Moose. Moosey boy.
Hey, Austin.
I
Hey,
know.
it's Austin Murphy. Welcome, dude.
I know. It's fucking
Okay.
annoying. It's annoying because all I do is drop a comment every now and then
Okay.
Moose with his fucking his little power stick, he likes to just fucking
Okay. Well, hey, Austin.
yeah.
Austin.
I don't want the cop. I don't want the
Austin.
yeah.
Austin. Okay, you little child wanted to come up and complain about a reaction, so I was curious. What was the nature of the comments? Maybe your ignorant ass should properly be blocked, but I don't know. So the ignorant ass comes from the way you presented yourself to me. So anyway, God bless. Patrick, OTW, what do you think, brother?
About what exactly? Because there's been a couple of topics that's flown by. So I'm not too sure where we're at.
Oh, hey,
I was actually busy texting with Santos.
Were you
to
really?
be truthful, yeah, I was. I have the. I can prove it. I can bring up the. See,
Austin, I brought you back, but was there a purpose for your return?
Oh, it has that dumb fucking thing on my screen there, that blur thing. Hold on a second.
It's not necessary. I don't need evidence.
Oh, I don't see it very well, though.
I don't know what's... Okay.
Santos there, guys. Oh,
Beautiful.
fuck, my phone. Hold on. You were seeing it. Okay, bring it back. I got it.
I don't know what's going on.
Nobody.
I've seen 10.
Basically a waste of time.
No. What's the title? Just read it to us, please. Or I don't know what we're doing.
I was showing you the text that I was getting from Santos.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
I was trying to, but anyway, Moose was putting up something, so I guess it didn't want me to show that.
Well, okay. No, I think it was shown, but I don't know. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, you're because you asked me what I thought about it, and I was told you I was preoccupied because I was texting with Santos, and just to bring you back into where we were, and I'm going to tell you that that's where I was during while you were asking me my thoughts.
Hey,
and
no worries,
so
brother.
I'm going to hand it right back over to you, brother. So,
amen. Thank you. And you know what? Good work taking actions, inspired thought, pursued with actions, create the results we want. So, amen. Hey, Austin.
Hey, it's all good, man. I don't have the energy to argue. I really don't. So
good.
Yeah,
we don't have to argue.
I really don't. Yeah, I don't have the energy for it. I was just wondering why I was randomly fucking blocked from the chat.
Yeah, no worries. Do you have any interest in the topic that's being discussed?
The topic changes every 5 minutes, so it's really
well. The topic described. How about that topic described? Living without fear or living with purpose? Mm-hmm. Do you have any thoughts on living with purpose?
Do I have thoughts on living with purpose? That's a very open-ended question. No, I don't.
Do you have a purpose? Like when you get up each day, do you know what your purpose will be? Do you know what you hope to achieve? How do you pursue fulfillment in your life? What do you do?
Fuck. It's a good question. Yeah.
Yourself?
Good question.
I
can answer that.
I would say I mean, man, fucking seek the truth. I guess seek the truth in every which way,
Hey,
and stop fucking listening to all the lies and bullshit that we're being told every day, and try and filter out all the bullshit. Basically,
all
that's what
right.
I've been doing for the past fucking 7 years. So
All right. Well, hey, Austin, it's important for us. The reason I ask, and I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but I encourage you
you're good.
later.
Yeah.
If that is a question that maybe you hadn't considered clearly, spend some time, get some clarity. And if I had control, if I was to choose my purpose for the rest of my life, what would I want to be doing? And I agree with you, Austin. I fucking love that. Um, Searching for the truth, trying to find the answers, trying to break free from the lies that have held us back, right? But here, the clarity on purpose, it really is an important question to answer. And only every one of us can choose what we do and what we allow ourselves to do. So, the purpose, when you know your purpose, I know my purpose. Others haven't quite wrapped their heads around what I believe is possible yet, but either way, despite the opinions of others, I know what's in my heart of what I want to do, and I know that I can grow into many different directions as I do. So I get up every day, kind of like those Wes Watson videos. I won't say every day. I get up every day, many days, most days with that. Fuck yeah. Part of it is intentional brainwashing. Okay. Brainwash yourself into believing you are whatever it is you're going to become: courageous, healthy, wealthy, significant, whatever.
I hear you. Yeah, you have to speak it into existence. I got you. I know the program.
Amen.
I know how this shit works. I lost sight of it years ago.
We all need reminders, brother, and we're all here to help each other figure it out. And OTW, you said you had an answer. Please, if you got an answer.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm answering my chat on my side here. So
Praise be. Sean or Scott?
Right, Jack. No, you're right, man. You're right. You're right, man. Fucking speak it into existence. Wake up with a purpose. I kind of lost sight of that a long time ago.
Brother, it's
Not
easy to do.
I did lose sight of that a long time ago.
What did I say earlier, Jack? Success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. If you want what someone else got, you got to do what someone else does.
That's a great advice, man. A great reminder.
Don't think that this shit just comes to you on a silver plate because you wish for it, want for it, and need to have it. This is all fucking real life here we're playing. It's not a game like everybody thinks. There's people out to cut your throat to get what they want. Okay? So, not for nothing, if you make it happen, it starts really cerebral. You have to go, well, I can see myself doing this. I can actually see. So focus on doing it and then put the pedal to the metal. If you can't understand what it is you need to do, then the best advice is find somebody that's already doing it. If somebody, success leaves clues. And if you pattern yourself after, say, a pilot, if you got a pilot that's willing to let you sit near him, and he's going to let you befriend a pilot, he'll take you up in a plane. Next thing you know, you'll be learning how to fly a plane.
That's it. Create the experiences you want and see if you can learn from those who already do. And hey,
I'm ready to spew out my perspective on it.
Please.
So I think that the best way to live with purpose, in my opinion, is to be the king and master of your day each and every day, and try to conquer your day the best way that you're capable in every aspect of your life, and be the king, master, ruler of every single aspect of your day. And That's how I see that you can live with purpose, because if you live in that mind state and mind frame, you'll be there to support others and be the ruler of that day. So that means that you will be ruling every single aspect, every single moment, every hour, every feeling, every person, like but I mean master of yourself, not over others. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
there you
yourself
go.
personally.
Plan for that, but remember, it's going to kick your ass if you're not careful. This world's full of fucking bad people, good people, people that need you, people that are desperate for a savior.
Scott, you're right. And I'm interrupting for a couple of reasons. One of the lessons I've learned, despite the truth, and I absolutely agree with what you shared about mastering you and your time, my path has taught me the benefits of surrender, a strong surrender to the moment, right? And then use the moment to spring forward. But hey, what you said too, Scott, reminded me of a couple of my notes here. To grow into who we are, we got to become comfortable venturing into the unknown. We got to become comfortable being with the unknown, going into unfamiliar places, unfamiliar situations, kind of pushing yourself a little bit and getting comfortable with pushing yourself a little bit to see how far you can go. And then the other notes is exception to policy, right? Oh, what Scott was saying too. Find those who have achieved that which you want. For me, it was like Tony Robbins and many other examples. And so I see what they did. I learned their stories, kind of the path they took. I've tried many different things that I've learned, and I've let go of many other things, but we stand on the giants of those who came before us intellectually so we can see what they couldn't. And there's always an exception. Maybe you're trying to do something no one else has. Maybe your way is the way, and that's the exception to what others have done. That's what I'm trying to do. That's kind of what I've been. I've been I've been underestimated, misunderstood for a long time, man. But I think I am the exception to the policy, and I think we're going to break some rules. We're going to rewrite some rules.
You want to hear something I wrote when I was probably 15 or 16 years old?
Please.
Actually, this is very old, but it's called rock and roll. And if you're gonna title something called rock and roll, call it rock and roll. I do think that it's got to measure up, and I don't think I did a bad job for a kid. All right. In fact, I've been told quite honestly that we should put this down. This is copywritten. Don't anybody take it if you want to use it and try and put it together. It's never been tracked, so I don't necessarily want my voice on it. But if somebody works with me and wants some rights to this, everything's worth something. But I don't think I want fiat currency, gold, silver, you name it. But rock and roll, dreams, they last. They're yours to keep and hold. What's gotten right, it can't be sold. What's gotten right, it can't be given away. But you can save your soul when you one day learn to say, let it roll. Let it rock and roll. You see, on and on and on and on and on. This lasts forever. This life goes on. It can never die. Time and dreams, they come in moments. Visions we so clearly see. The sea and space, they hold the hidden. I see her face. I know I'm living. It's then, I'm sure, this could never die. So life goes on. This time, it rolls. Some people pass you. Let them go. Let it roll, brother. Always let it roll. Let it rock and roll.
Hey, that was beautiful, brother. And you know what? Sometimes there is divinity in the timing. And that might be a beautiful place for us to wrap this up. Close it out with that. Unless you got something more to add, Scott or Austin.
Oh no, peace and good cheer to all. I mean, the whole world needs a better outlook on things, a better perspective, and fight, fuck, or flee. I mean, let's not all try and fuck. Let's not all try and fight. Let's not all run away from each other. That's a fucking bunch of bullshit. Follow friends and fundamentals. Let's get back to the fundamentals where I help you, you help me. I don't hurt you, you don't hurt me. Let's get back to the simple fucking stupid shit that they don't want us to be a part of, But if we go and we do what they want, they're going to mow us over like fucking cattle because that's what they think they are, or we are.
And that's just it. We know we are not. We know who we are, and we're going to bring some great things forward. Scott, I'm going to throw you in the back. Say goodbye.
Peace,
to
brother.
Austin.
Good night.
Hey, thank you for joining. God bless you. Thank you.
I'm out. Good night, Jack. Have a good night.
You too, brother. Thank you for joining. And brothers and sisters, those who tuned in tonight, joined in the chat, joined on the panel, Paul Unslaved, and many others, all of you, thank you. I hope you found connection. There was a lot of drama, a lot of conversations, a lot of discussions being shared. And thank you for joining this growth and this discovery of who we are and what we're doing. And, do the social media stuff, help with the algorithms, help with your friends. If you found value and entertainment in tonight, join us again tomorrow night, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Coast time, same time, and we will see what develops then. Until then, discover your purpose. Choose love and peace for everyone. Live without fear.